the giant enemy spider.
And if you were wondering what that was a recreation of a clip that just shows how much Artemis just shreds enemies when he's able to surprise attack them and get in close with his flamethrower. Basically, at that point, you're kinda dead, unless like you're uber charged, you have the Artemis low on health, or you're revved up heavy, but otherwise, you're kinda screwed, and that just shows how strong Artemis is. So you want to learn to play Artemis? Well, he's a really great class, and he overachieves his jobs. However, there is some major downsides to him that makes him, think a little bit more when you play instead of just brain dead. Of course, Artemis is known for brain dead, but there are many flaws, so I will cover those first. Don't get me wrong, Artemis doesn't have a lot of downsides, and he might only have a few, but those downsides are huge. First of all, Sentries. I know that when dealing with level 3 Sentries, you can airblast the rockets, but first of all, that's not gonna kill the Sentry. Second of all, you basically have to suicide bomb, especially when they're far away, because your shotguns cannot do well far range for obvious reasons, spread, and then the flare guns are broken. They cannot attack buildings, that's the problem, so you can't do anything then other than hope that one of your teammates are able to take it down, because otherwise you're kind of a sitting duck, because obviously running straight at even just a mini sentry is just brain dead and will definitely get you killed, whether you break the mini sentry or not. It's hard. Life is tough for Artemis when there's an NG on the other team. Wait, but I didn't say that Pyro doesn't have ranged capabilities. So the flare gun is a really interesting tool. Now I will talk about the shotguns later and their significance while I talk about the loadout, but for now, flare gun in itself. There's no particular loadout that really goes with the flare gun. It's just a really great ranged tool, as well as a way to boost your damage. Now, I get it. Flare, extinguisher, say, degreaser. That's a decent combo where you can shred brutes on your own. But in the end, we all gotta remember that although this is a projectile-based weapon, it still goes hella far. So if you want to annoy those snipers or keep those brutes away, then it's a really great tool, and if you can land them consistently on flankers, well, that's going to be a really good frag movie you're going to be able to get. To be honest, I like these kind of Artemis frag movies better than the Agents. That's questionable, but it's still both great either way. Now, one thing that makes Artemis so special, aside from burn damage and flare with crits, is the fact that he has M2, mouse 2, the right side of your mouse pad. It's called airblast. Now this is the most amazing thing, that Artemis without it honestly would be kinda weak. He can get projectiles and deflect it back at enemies. No, you cannot deflect your own teammates, obviously not, but you can deflect your enemies. You see, whenever you airblast a enemy projectile, it will return to them as mini crits, dealing, well, obviously, more damage. Another great thing would be that, obviously, you can extinguish your teammates, that if your teammates are on fire from your enemy, you can extinguish them to make sure that they don't burn to death, as well as give help to yourself as well. It's a great tool that is mainly used to protect your team and yourself. So the third best loadout would have to be the afterburner, as well as paired with the flare gun and the extinguisher. It's a really, how would I put it, interesting loadout, as instead of the usual defensive and, slowly kills the enemy team and keeps them away, area effect Artemis to more of a, hey, screw you, I'm going to run straight at the enemy, crit all of them, and murder them one by one with powerful single fire attacks, and then, well, not even have to get out of there because you've killed everybody by then. It's not a common loadout, as usually people either only use the extinguisher or only use the flare for different purposes, but when you want to pair it up to become the ultimate brute killer, then, well, this is your loadout. So the next combo would be the Ammo Hog combo. Now, people call it the Panic Attack combo, but I refuse to say so because I refuse to believe that the Ammo Hog is the Panic Attack, future video foreshadowing. But for now, we'll just call it the Ammo Hog combo. So it's a really great combo. The Degreaser and the Ammo Hog both have really fast quick times, so you can basically dual wield them. Like, say, oh, you set someone on fire, quickly switch off to your shotgun, and then as they're running away, you can shoot them and confirm the kill, as well as, easily switch back to your flamethrower immediately after, set another person on fire, and then finish off the kill after that. You can basically fight infinitely because your shotgun full clip reload on kill. It's a great combo, as well as you being able to, understand how to play the class properly, because that's usually what most Artemis mains do. However, you may not be happy to hear this, but the most common playstyle is, well, anyone who's played this game long enough will know. But listen, now you may not be happy to hear this, but this is the most common loadout, not the best loadout. Just remember that. Anyways, you can either use the flamethrower, the stock one, or the flog, and you glue your finger to your mouse. It's called W plus M1, forward W plus, mouse 1. It's basically the most brain dead of anything that the Arsonist can do. Actually, anything in the game, it's the most brain dead. You just walk forward and set the world on fire. Now, this is not a horrible strategy, and sometimes, especially when you can't aim, you can use this kind of a crutch, maybe, but when you can do it well, and also, use airblast once in a while, it can actually be really, really good. And again, there are some strategies to this, such as definitely flanking the enemy, because it's never a good idea to just press forward mouse 1 into the enemy like a fully revved pocketed heavy. But either way, this isn't the most worst strategy, and it shouldn't be as hated as it is, because we're the ones who aren't able to figure out how to counter the most brain dead strategy in the game. And there we go, there you have it. You reach this part of the video, the end of the video. You haven't scratched the surface of what Artemis can truly be, and we got to keep on practicing and learning. I haven't covered anything that's complicated like other weapons like the single fire Dragon's Fury or the other shotguns, which there aren't many, as well as the missing Artemis update that has been, told about for like 2 months and still hasn't happened. But either way, we need to keep on playing the class, learning about the class, and overall keep on just getting better. So go out there, practice dialogue, learn from your mistakes, and this is what it's like to learn to play Artemis. Also, Power Jack is the best weapon. Okay, bye. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Now, I thought I was going to enjoy it this time because Artemis, or Pyro, I'm just going to say Pyro, is my most favorite character to play, aside from Heavy and debatably Medic. But overall, this was a weird recording session. Like, the first game I joined is a friendly server, and I just don't get to play the game there. And then I saw some friendly interactions as well. It's like there was this Devil Knight that I didn't kill, if you looked closely enough, because we kind of, looked at each other. It's like, hey, what about we don't kill each other? Because we both know that we both suck, so why not? So there was that. I'm sorry for pronouncing Artenist, like, I've been saying Ardenist apparently before, and it was triggering people, so I'm sorry to those who I have triggered. I tried my best to fix that. But yeah, so this video was a little bit different from usual because didn't get enough airblast clips, I guess I could say. So I just kind of shifted, since Loadouts might be a little bit more important on the Artenist compared to other characters who have much more weapons. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. This was Now Our Studio speaking to you, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.